Hi there, this is Live Prepper, Auction Prepper slash Live Prepper. And I have a list of basically 9 things how to become an auction prepper. Now, there's different ways of going about it. If you are not into the computers, then you can do the live auctions. Now, there is limits about the live auctions. There is benefits of the live auctions. Same way as going online, benefits and disadvantages. So the first one, number one on the list is get to know the auctioneers. I go in, I do the chin music. Now, my man Fran and I, my counterpart, I did most of the talking and stuff, and he is the backbone. We always joke. A lot of people would say, we talk about how hard we work, but we're both on disability. I wear my back brace a lot of times. I'm real limited, but what we do is because I'm capable of socializing with people, and I have this business brain basically. I will get to know the people and do some chin music with them, joke, cut up, tell them a joke. I've got a few little tricks I do and things like that. So I get to know them as overall. I go in, I start saying, look, if you got anybody that's, wants some scrap done in trade and, needs some stuff hauled off, just got to, they can't afford to pay, we'll be glad to do it and trade for the stuff. You'll be surprised what I've got by talking to people at these auctions. It's getting to know the auctioneer, because I've had my auctioneers send me people. I've had them tell me that, hey, Joan, we've got some stuff back here that we didn't barter a list, but y'all can go back here and pick out what you want. Just don't make a mess. And we don't. We always organize it. So it's creating a rapport with these auctioneers. Now, that has a lot of benefits in it. I've got some nice stuff in my situation. Now, number 2 is kindness. Now, what is kindness? Kindness is treating other people with kindness, bottom line. When we're at the auctions, and I pimp out my man a lot, there'll be people comes in that just are physically limited on what they can do. Many of them, their help didn't show up, or they got something they didn't realize it was heavy or whatever. We'll help them lift it up and carry it out. And nothing. So that way, we show them kindness in helping them, even if it's something small. I've had some older ladies that comes to the auctions. They're just not physically able to carry some of the stuff. So I help them to the car with it. So kindness helps out a lot. So I also, a lot of times, I give them the card, and I said, I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. And I do my little chin music on it. And I get calls from time to time saying, I've got this garage full of stuff. You can have whatever's in it, just as long as you get rid of this one piece. I said, okay, fine, no problem. So we do this. We exchange things. So it's called kindness, and that helps. Okay, now number 3 is tools. Now that's where some of the kindness works into it too. Tools. You always bring tools. I have tools in the car. I have tools in the truck. We have tools we carry. I have a tool belt I keep in the truck that I picked up at one of the trades. One of the gentlemen at the auctions we work with contacted this woman. He told her to call us. And we got some work in exchange through getting to know the auctioneer. So we carry the tools. So most of the tools we've acquired is by doing odd end jobs and, of course, buying them at auction. So that's where kindness comes in. We take time to help people, and we'll let them borrow the tools, because they'll come up and say, hey, Joan, you wouldn't have some tools he could use, maybe a screwdriver. Says, yeah, sure, here you go. So, tools. Always have tools. Okay, and number 4 is barter or buy. Whether you're doing a live auction or you're doing an online auction, the auctions Houses is a totally different story. You don't really get that much in a workout deal. You can, but they tend to specialize more in consignments and stuff like that. So I don't really like the auction houses in general group. I tend to stay away from them. But the barter system, buy system has worked out very well. A lot of times, if you're at an auction, say a live auction, and you're bidding on the same thing, the problem is with live auction, a lot of things get lumped together, and you really don't want all that. You really don't. But it went way above what you wanted to pay, and you really just wanted one or two items out of there. A lot of times, they don't even want that thing. So you go up to them and say, would you be willing to sell that? Or if they're getting ready to pitch the pile and you say, do you want that? And they'll say, no, you can have it. Okay, well, that's great. Or I'll give them a couple of dollars for something other. And a lot of times, before the end of the day, I start having things given to them because I do scrapping. I wind up with a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't want. And it works out great. And often I'll get things that I was wanting to begin with that people left behind. They had no interest in it to begin with, and that was what I was after. So it's really bartering and buying. If this whole lot went for $20 and there was only a couple of things out of there you was really after, and you can ask them how much, say you went the 19, but they beat you on the 20. And you ask them how much it would take for that, and they might say $10. Well, to you, that's worth $10. Okay, number 5 is 2 numbers. If you have a spouse or a counterpart, partner, whatever it is, 2 numbers. 2 numbers means you both can go in different areas of buying things. Now, the thing is with that, with the 2 numbers is, my man and I specialize in different areas. We have divided our areas up. I focus on food, the metal lots, electronics. I buy the garages, the sheds. I do things in that area. He foods more in buying the wire and stuff that we script uh, for to help cover, our expenses and trying to save up for off-grid place. He goes after certain tools and things because he knows about tools and all of that. So we divide it up. So we keep it simple with 2 different bid numbers, 2 different cards. We use prepaid cards. We don't use our accounts. We use prepaid cards, is what we use. Okay, and then number 6 right here says stay at the end of live auctions. Staying at the end of live auctions is you can walk around and find a lot of stuff that people do not want. They will leave it behind. They don't care about it, but you've got to realize you got to get picking up in a length of time because many of the auction places will start cleaning up. You can create a nice rapport. We stayed at a lot of auctions at the end. We help people clean things up. One lady, we worked a week helping her, cleaning things up. We got a lot of scrap, a lot of stuff that we was able to use and be able to barter and trade out with. Another place was a warehouse. We spent a week help cleaning them up and got a lot of scrap in exchange for help cleaning them up by helping them. So this here is something that we've done on many occasions. By staying at the end of the live auctions, we earned our money. Even on the online auctions, we work out some things on. The one where we worked at the warehouse for a whole week was online auction. We wound up making really some decent money, but we worked all week. We helped people all week. So then number 7 is choose and set your limits. You can get carried away real easy. You have to decide what it's worth to you as far as money wise. Now, I'm very limited on my income, so I set so much aside a month and I have to stay within that limit of my spending. If I can make a little bit of money to put back on the card, that's good. If I don't, oh well, that's just something that happens. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I don't. I have to choose my limit and decide on is it worth me getting or not. How much am I willing to spend on the food? Now, I went the other day and spent 70 something dollars on food. Now, I can go and buy a lot of that stuff through the auction and probably save a lot more money. But the thing is, I caught everything on sale. But the thing is, also when I go to the auctions and I buy the food, if I'm through these states auctions and stuff, I am saving my money and I'm making it go just a little bit farther because I only get $15 worth of food stamps a month. That's it. And what I bought with my food stamps was two large jars of peanut butter and six grape mixes with my $15. So I count on the auctions to buy food and things, but I still set my limit on it. Another thing you do need to do on that for online auctions, you need, if you're not certain about things, go to a online preview to look at things. Take your paper and your sheet or whatever, and they usually have the little sheets there for you to look and go through and mark what you want to do. Now, one here is number 8 says get a third eye. What is it? Get a third eye. What is a third eye? A third eye is basically is picking out things. Now, my other half, my man, he will look at everything in detail. He does the scrap part on a lot of the pieces. I do scrap also, but I also look for other things. He'll pick it up. He'll weigh it. He'll check it out. He'll look at it. Now, for me, because I buy the garages, I buy the basements or things like that, I will walk around and I get the third eye. The third eye is basically catching things that a lot of people don't wear. I don't want to go in there and move everything. I don't want to move it all because if there's something back there and somebody sees it, it's going to good possibility run my bid up even higher. So it's acquiring a third eye, that sixth sense, spotting something other, even if it's online and you're not able to get to the auction, even online, is spending some time getting that third eye. It works out miracles. If you get taking things apart too much, I've seen them at live auctions, go through everything, take everything apart, and then all once somebody sees it, and then next you know they're perked the interest in it. I tend to just kind of look through it. If I see something out of the corner of my eye, I leave it alone because I know right there's something in there I want. Okay, and then it says, and number 9, most important, don't talk about prepping. You're like, don't talk about prepping? No, for a simple reason. You want to keep your circle kind of within your thing, close thing. You're not wanting to say, I'm stocking up on this for prepping. You don't want to talk about prepping because a lot of people don't want to hear it. But then you're going to have those few that's going to say, oh, really? What all do you have? I don't want to talk about it. I don't mind talking about some things. I don't mind talking about the deodorant I pick up. I don't mind talking about some of the things I pick up. But I just say I stock up on things. It saves me money when I buy some of this stuff. It saves me money when I buy groceries. But I don't talk about prepping. I don't talk about any of it, prepping any of this stuff. Because the fact is, you don't know who's out there. You don't know if they take interest in you, you get buddy with you, or want to call you, or whatever. You have to be careful when you're talking about prepping. I just don't talk about it. I don't talk about that. I want these things for a particular reason. I don't talk about that. As far as these people know, I have 3 auction sites I deal with, online auction sites. And as far as they know, I scrap. I stock up on some things like food and things like I need, but I am a scrapper. I buy a few things for resale, and I do not talk about prepping at all, period. Zills. You don't want to even think about them. You don't want them knowing about it. None of them know about it. You're just there to get things you need for whatever reason. So this is auction prepper. Learning how to auction prep. The list is real simple. Check it, if you're thinking about going that route, you're thinking about saving some money, believe me, you can save money. But again, be careful. Set your limits. Be friendly and kind. But do not talk about prepping. Do not talk about what you have stocked up or anything. I have more than enough of these here to last me for a very long time. I've saved a small fortune. I got the pill bottles, I got all the other stuff with it, and I spent $3.50. Think about this, 104 of these. If you go to Walmart or one of the stores, you pull it up, see how much they cost. This is going to last me for a very, very, very long time. Even my man's talking about he might have to start shaving his armpits in order to use it. So, because as I get more on the off-grid lifestyle, things like this here will definitely come in handy. So I want this is Auction Prepper series here, / Life Prepper saying be safe, be happy, bless you all.